This world has many strange phenomena that are tremendously rare and astounding to behold, like the aurora borealis, ball lightning, and Ruby finally explaining its plot. Will wonders never cease?
Ruby, Season 3, Episode 6, Fall, starts with Pura being called for a visit with the Wizard of Oz. And the man behind the curtain tells her a fairy tale about 4 sisters that got magic superpowers for doing some yard work for an old dude off in the woods somewhere. And shocker, Pura can get her little hands on the ultimate smackdown powers of one of these 4 season-themed ladies, and all she needs to do is submit to a pretty immoral science experiment.
Hey, Steve Rogers would do it.
True, but that didn't involve someone getting their soul ripped out. Anyway, over at the Vital Festival, it's time for the one-on-one fights, and round 1 is Yang versus Mercury. And obviously, the fight kicks. But after he loses, Mercury throws a sucker punch, or kick in this case, at Yang, and she breaks his leg. But somehow, Cindy's fixed it so that everyone thinks Yang is the winner of the Bad Sport of the Year award. Okay, Fall is a good episode, and a must-see for any Ruby fan. And my criticisms don't change that. Ruby is fundamentally a style over substance kind of show, and that's okay. So is Samurai Champloo and Guardians of the Galaxy. The point is, Ruby works best when it's about the fun, likable characters beating up monsters and cracking jokes. Things like plot and the point aren't as important as the awesome journey we're on. And having said that, the big deal of the story being a long time ago, 4 nice girls got superpowers from kindly Farmer Zordon, and now Evil Spice wants one and probably all 4 maiden powers all to herself, so she can be Queen Bee, is about as good as we're gonna get. But we still have to kinda deal with the implications of what all this means. Oz and the rest of the Scooby Gang says that if the existence of the 4 maidens was public knowledge, this would cause some sort of a panic. The best reason for this they give is that a-holes like Cindy would be trying to bump off the maidens and steal their powers.
A well-founded concern.
And that's where the explanation should probably have stopped. But no, they go on and say that this information would contradict hundreds of years of history, and that everyone would lose their and this mass panic would cause an army of Grimm to show up. By the way, the Grimm are weird because they routinely get slaughtered en masse by teenagers, and we're still supposed to take them seriously as a threat. But that's just the kind of show Ruby is, so I can't get too upset about it. Oh, and I'm very happy that Pura is going to be the recipient of the Fall Maiden's power. She's one of the best characters on the show. Brave, strong, nice, and all that stuff that's going to make it really sad if she goes crazy or dies. Although, now I think about it, it does seem really convenient that there are 4 season-themed powers, and our 4 lead girls kinda fit that to a T. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, you see what I'm saying? But that's just a theory. Finally, the action is pretty darn good, but that's always the case with Ruby. The fight between Mercury and Yang has all the punching, kicking, and explosions you could want. Nuff said. Okay, now it's time to break down the good and the bad in Ruby, Season 3, Episode 6, Fall. On the good side, the truth behind Oz, Cinder, and Remnant does a good job explaining everyone's actions. Pura is definitely the hero Vale deserves, as well as a worthy wielder of the Fall Maiden powers, and Yang versus Mercury. On the other hand, they try and explain things way too much in this episode's exposition dump. And the exact impact of the 4 maiden powers on the world of Remnant doesn't exactly make sense. But Fall is still a great episode, so I give it a 4 out of 5. Now, if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and DeviantArt pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.